Hello my friends and welcome to episode 3 of our Football Manager 2019 Beta series. In the last episode we had a disappointing 1-1 draw with Valencia and our form's been a bit hit and miss since then. We're in the league perfect. Once again beating Borussia Mönchengladbach, I'm going with that, 3-0. Thomas Müller, Christian Pavon and Tolisso on the score sheet there. Lewandowski coming off the bench from his injury for the first time this season. We then played Wolfsburg. We won 1-0 through an own goal before playing Tottenham, and for the first time ever we found ourselves behind and we couldn't score. Also for the first time ever, Harry Kane scoring in extra time being a very big injury time being a big factor in our Champions League group stage. If we go back to this game, 92nd, 45 plus 1 and then 45 plus 1 again. Frustrating. We then played Mainz in the Bundesliga. We won 1-0 through Renato Sanchez. And then we played Mainz in the German Cup. Gave a few youth players a try. One of my board objectives is to give youth team players a chance. I didn't register any thinking, you can just promote them up. You can't do that. So Christian Fruchtel, Oliver Batia Meyer and Zarki all played, but Zarki off the bench. All have a bit of potential. Believe Fruchtel and Meyer are classed as wonder kids. Bayer being promoted to the first team to get some mentoring, is hitting 10.0s every single training week, so I really wanted to give him some games. He's actually probably ready to get some games. I need to register him in January because he's something special. They scored a penalty and I'm going to show you their second goal. Their second goal is the most ridiculous thing. The penalty I never thought was a penalty, but this one is worth showing. I'm going to be bringing back the highlight screen for the full series that I'm doing, like the highlights packages that you'll see. I'm trying to bring out a way of doing that, and I'm going to just skip this forward just a little bit. So as you see here, Fruchtel has the ball, he brings it out, passes it, it's a poor pass, and they intercept. He saves the shot, and from here you think, danger's over, it's fine. And watch what happens. The most embarrassing goal I have ever conceded on Football Manager 2019 so far. First time we've conceded more than one in a game. We've not even conceded in the Bundesliga yet, and this is the goal that we concede to lose our first game domestically. It's just so ridiculous. We then played Freiburg. We won 2-0 in the Bundesliga. Lewandowski getting his first goal for me, followed by Franck Ribéry also on the score sheet. If you have a look at the Bundesliga table, games played 10, games played without conceding 10. That's impressive. But then where is that form in cup competitions? Frustrating. We are in a cup competition today. We're taking on Tottenham Hotspur, and then we're going to take on the Dortmund game also this episode. This is quite a big game for our Champions League, because if we have a look at Champions Cup Group D, we are bottom of the group as first seeds. That is unacceptable. And I'm not actually had a look at this, but I imagine failure to get out this group stage will put a very, very big issue on our job security. Don't want to start off FM19 getting sacked like we did in our main series in FM18. I'm going to get into the game anyway, guys, and I'll catch you on the other side. So this is the team we are going with. We've got Neuer in goal, Kimmich, Truman's Boateng, and Alaba at the back. Was debating going with Tierney. Alaba keeps getting rest warnings from my staff, but he was the fitter of the two options here. Baumgartlinger was the only option as a ball winner because Javi Martinez picked up another injury in the last game. Gorzeka in the box-to-box role. I'm thinking about changing that. We've got Bastia Meyer and the young lad who I was talking about. Let you have another look at him. Looks very, very good. But he can play in the Champions League because he's under the age of 21, doesn't need to be registered, and he's homegrown status. So as a result of that, he can play in the Champions League, and I thought, why not give him a game? Ribéry is tired, so Coleman goes on to the left, so it was between him and Pavon. I've not been overly impressed with Pavon, so I thought, do you know what, I'll give the kid a game. He got an assist in his last game, so why not? Thiago in the holding role with Lewandowski up top, having not long got his first goal for the club. So this is an important game for us. This is must win in terms of kick-starting our Champions League campaign. We've been very poor in the Champions League, made some adjustments to the tactics, but we need a bit more. And I noticed in the last game against Spurs, if you go back to the Valencia game, they were dominant down the left-hand side. Spurs went on a similar way. We were 1-0 down, so I couldn't make the same adjustments in the second half because we needed to have that attacking mentality. And that's made me think, well, teams are attacking down our left, but actually, down our right. Let's make some adjustments, see what we can do. Because that actually nullified one of our biggest threats, which was our right hand side. Somehow we've not got the ball past Lloris there, a bit of a cluster, but it's not in the back of the net. As Bastian Myler whips in towards Lewandowski, another good cross from the kid. Bastian Myler again. Oh, just inches wide of Hugo Lloris's goal. That would have been some finish from a kid who many would say shouldn't even be playing in this game, given the what's at stake. But I've got to push the first team players. As you see, all our attacks going down the right. They're actually coming down our left this time, which is maybe slightly more favourable for us. Because we've got slightly more defensive-minded players on the left-hand side. Kingsley Coman picking up a knock. That's not good. Twisted knee as well. That could be a couple of weeks. Try and let him hobble on till half-time, and then we'll take him off. Also, as of last night, I had a lot of squad builders coming out, so go and check them out. Got my tutor in set up. I had to ask a lot of people on the Facebook. I wasn't sure how it was working, but I've now got my mentor in set up to a way I am fairly happy with. So hope you guys check those out. Check that out as well. I'll show you all that. And I've made a signing for January already. The signing that we made for January is not a big name. He's not going to be a first team player. But basically, I want to get rid of Wagner. And when I done my Champions League squad, I realised that we had to have if we get rid of him, we have to replace him with another homegrown player at Bayern. So I searched, done some scouting on players that were homegrown at Bayern, found one who can play in a multitude of positions, including striker, who I think is slightly better than Wagner. So I've gone with him. He's costing £5 million, which is not even that expensive, and he is a pretty decent player. Can play left wing, on the right wing. Probably could play him in the number 10 role if I really needed to as well. And it goes for Lewandowski. Oh, put it anywhere but at Lloris's face. And it's in the back of the net. Thiago with the corner, whips it in. Cleared away. Trippier is going to get there first. Only player who actually followed out the ball there. Going to give a shout. I get creative if it lets me. And this is what I like. You give a bit of feedback. Everyone gets inspired. And you see that for the focused after. That'll be focused after the feedback as well. It helps your team giving feedback this year, which I really like. I'm really not happy with this performance. Again, not assertive, far from pleased. I'm trying to assert far from pleased because that might work better. We've got Thomas Muller on the bench. He can come on up top as well. Kingsley Coman, I meant to bring him off at half time. Give him another 10 minutes, see how he gets on. Bastian Myler towards Kimmich. Whipped in, but it's poor from Kimmich. Doesn't really get anywhere near a red shirt. Boateng recycles it, but Eric Dyer first to respond. Should be creating chances from crossing positions like that. They've got a corner whipped in away from Bartlinger. Baumgartlinger rather. Whipped in. I think that hit the bar and then into Neuer's hands. A bit worrying that they've had two big chances compared to us having lots of the ball, but we're not doing anything with it. I'm going to bring off Coman for Ribery now because I think that could be part of the problem. They've certainly focused down our left hand side in this game, which is a bit of a change. As Bastian Myler, can he get a decent ball in? He's going to find Ribery, but he falls wide. Gorsteka with the shot falls. Kindly for Alaba. Back for Ribery. Back to Alaba. Whipped across for Bastian Myler. Cleared away. Kimmich. Into the young man again. Back to Kimmich cleverly. Whipped in. Lewandowski. Right, we're going to bring on Thomas Muller. Lewandowski's had enough of a chance now to try and score a goal. Let's bring on the man who has proven to score goals for us this year. It does mean that we've not really got a attacking mid-sub though, should anything go wrong with Thiago. And we're going to make our last sub anyway. We're going to bring Kieran Tierney on for David Alaba. Tierney's actually been one of our best performers this season, which has been surprising. He's really putting on a show when Alaba is arguably the better player at present, because Tierney's not the completed article yet, of course. Great signing for any team, I think. But Bayern and I think Juve, maybe the other one with Alexandro, maybe slightly different circumstances because they have two of the best left backs in the world. Maybe a few other teams have left backs at that quality as well. They're just the two that I know off the top of my head. Dembele and Dyer linking up well here, making sure we can't get the ball. And as Harry Kane finds space. Oh, we're behind again. Come on, game. I don't like that you proceed with the changes. Right. What can I do to change this now? Bastien Myler. We've got Ribery, Thiago. Right. Baumgartlinger, you come back. Can I bring you back here? Yep. Thiago to go. I'm trying to work out the best way to do this. Corsteca to there. Thiago to here. What's your best role actually? I'm going to try use a Tercarista and use the advanced playmaker on support. On you on not automatic attack. On you on attack, and I want us to go attacking. Confirm changes. Can't do a shout to say get creative or push forward now. Well, I'm waiting on those changes happening, which is really frustrating because that'd be nice. They've got another chance. Luka Moria, wide it back for Eric Dyer. Wide it goes. It's not looking good for the Champions League at all. Really, I think... Oh, God. Okay. We need to go very attacking now. We're risking this for a chocolate biscuit really now though as well. You know, we've got nobody back apart from Baumgartlinger in the defence. Kimmich to Thomas Müller. Baumgartlinger. Kimmich. Davis clears. And Hong Min charges forward. Not free though, wide in Neuer's post. Really frustrated at how bad we have been in Europe because, I mean, look at the stats, we've absolutely crushed them here. They've had 4 shots, scored 2 of them, we've had, on target, and we've had double their shots, but the same amount on target, and not taking any. Bastien Myler loses out in the air. Kimmich, Hummels, Baumgartlinger, Bastien Myler. I mean, oh, come on. I mean, this is a good Spurs team, of course, but I feel we should have enough quality, and Lewandowski missing sitters hitting him at Lloris from 2 yards out really doesn't help matters. Whether they've got Alderweireld able to rocket it in from double that distance, as you would expect them to in that, with that chance, but I would expect a striker of Lewandowski's quality. He scored 1 goal this season. It's very, very worrying for a striker of his quality. Whipped in towards Bastien Myler. The kid who I gave the chance to gets his first goal for the club. It's a bit late, but that makes it worth it. It shows faith in why I selected him. You know, Ribery wasn't fit enough. We had to have somebody on the wing. Pavon hasn't performed as great as I would have hoped. He can't play in the league, so give him the shot at this level. And do you know what? I think he's actually probably been our best player today, which sums it up. Davies to Dembele, back out to Davies, all over. Unfortunately we lose 2-1, but that was a big pickup that we needed. It was a 5-minute spell where we just weren't good enough. In fact, when you look at the ratings, Bastien Myler was actually our best player rating wise as well, so that goes with my opinion. Coman's injury not too long, which is helpful, and if we go to our... No, we're not going to schedule because we're going straight to the Dortmund game. I will see you there in just a second. We're back, my friends. I literally just went straight into the game out of habit, so quickly go through our team. We've got Neuer, Kimmich, Hummels, Boateng, Tierney, Martinez, and Tolisso in the midfield. Pavon in because of the knock to Coman, Thiago, Ribery, and I put Müller back in up top because Lewandowski just doesn't seem to be working for us, so put Thomas Müller back in, gave him the game. I was about to say he's away here, but top rack bringing him down. Do apologise, I got you in just at the start. It was just, my brain went, I'm already recording, and my brain then went, but you're not talking. And then I realised I wasn't recording, so that's my bad, guys. Hopefully you understand. Tolisso to Thiago though, Ribery, with a smashing effort from Franck Ribéry. Absolutely smashing that one. Kimmich, Martinez. Back to Kimmich. Martinez again. Into Tolisso. Oh, I thought that was in. The Hoods deflected it just wide though. And we have a corner kick. Thiago whips this one in towards Mats Hummels. Oh, you've got to be burying it from there, Mats. That's his bread and butter as well. He's made a career from going up from corners like that. Not that he's not a very good defender as well, but that's been, what I always remember him for, is going up for corners, particularly for Germany, and whipping one in. Tolisso to Martinez, back to Thiago. Oh, it's a beautiful ball. And who's number 24? I don't know. I want to find out though. Is he in the box just now? No, he's not. Martinez to Müller, to Ribéry, to poor effort, straight at Burke again. I want to know who number 24 is, because we've got to be burying that. Neuer with the goal kick, whips it across to Kieran Tierney. Forward for Franck Ribéry. Boateng. Martinez. Tolisso. Thiago. Back to Javi Martinez. Tierney again. Tolisso. Just sort of playing this in little triangles in the midfield now. Not really creating anything out of it though, but eventually slowly breaking them down. I say that. We're 4-4 at the back, but we're not getting to them. Pavon. And Thomas Müller. And justifying my selection, I dropped Lewandowski for him. Müller had a great start to the season. Lewandowski came back in the team and it just hasn't worked since. And Thomas Müller showing him where the goal is. Lewandowski might be one of the best strikers in the world, but he's probably not going to be my first choice striker on this kind of form. Well, he's definitely not. But that was a fantastic finish from Thomas Müller to put us 1-0 up ahead of Dortmund. And that's a good start for us. It's a bounce back that we need. They've not even had a shot yet, which is fairly good. We've not put enough of ours on target right enough. But if we're stifling them, we've got the 1-0 lead, which gives us a hope, or a platform to build on rather. Tierney plays it into Jerome Boateng and back to Tierney. Javi Martinez, Thiago, back to Martinez, back to Thiago. The two Spaniards linking up in the midfield, not really creating anything though. Eventually comes to Kimmich, who finds Christian Pavon. Somebody has to be following that in. Marco Reus, who I did ask the board to sign, they refused. Because I felt he would add something more to our left hand side and give us another striker option as well. I've not been convinced with Franck Ribéry so far. But it looks like we are going to go in at half time 1-0 to the good. Probably going to bring Thiago off, move Müller back and bring Lewandowski on, just because Thiago's a bit tired and we've not really got any backup for him just now. Simply because what's his name, James Rodriguez, is injured, so that's the exact sub we're making. Müller will go back into the midfield, Lewandowski into the striker position. You know what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play you as a shadow striker. I think you will appreciate that just a little bit more. Confirm changes, please. I don't like how a tactic like change like that has to wait until the ball goes out of play. I don't understand why I couldn't just shout to him and say, hey mate, go and play as a shadow striker instead of that. Or, say to somebody and he automatically would adjust. I would have thought that would happen. Although that's obviously been a thing for a few FMs now. I feel it's one thing that isn't the best in terms of the match engine tactical system. Wolf whipped in. Paco Alcácer. Good save by Neuer. It's their first shot, first real chance. They're coming at us in this second half. We're in a game and we're going to have to make it work. I've not got a lab on the bench either because my staff keeps saying he needs a rest. Fitness wise he looks fine, but my staff keeps saying he needs a rest, so I'm trying to give him it, and every time I do that I keep bringing him on. So we've not done that now. We've put him on the bench so we can't do it, but it also means that we've not got I say we've not got a fullback, but he's also the guy that's been coming on in the ball winning midfielder role. Hummels gets a good head on that from Mats Hummels, he needed it. Martinez to Thomas Müller. Oh, that's poor. Reus all over him. Burke again launches forward. Can we get another good head from Hummels? It's a decent head, but this time it falls to Marco Reus. Witzel. Oh, Humo's challenge is awful, but it makes Witzel question it. He goes for the shot. He had the easy pass inside as well, so thankfully he done chose that option. We'll bring Gnabry on for Ribéry. Gnabry slightly stronger on that left hand side as well. I was playing him on the right initially, and I was wondering why he wasn't working, so I tried him on the left, and he seems to be performing better in that role. Substitute wise, we've got some options. I think I'm going to bring on Renato Sanchez for Toledo just because he's on a yellow, and then I'm going to give a shout of just concentrate. You know, we're only 1-0 up. They've come back into the game a little bit second half. Just a nice little concentrate, trying to keep the focus on them as they bring on Christian Pulisic into their midfield. Very, very good young player. I've been scouting him. Don't think we'll get him though. Partly because we just don't have the budget. And here he is on the ball, and he's done, and he's got men alongside him. He goes alone. Neuer does just about enough to put him off, and he puts it wide. We can't give another concentrate here. So Kimmich forward to Pavon, back to Kimmich again. Brings it forward, back to Pavon. Müller, Renato Sanchez, Javi Martinez, Thomas Müller again. Kimmich, he's got Pavon ahead of him, elects not to go down the flank and finds Javi Martinez. It's actually quite frustrating. And then you've now got two down the flank there sitting with just one guy against them, and we're still going back the way. And the chances came to an end as Royce intercepts that poor pass. Philip, back to Marco Reus. Dahoud, it's the first goal we've conceded in the Bundesliga. It came from an attack where we just weren't picking the right options. And eventually we play it to Marco Reus, who breaks, has a little 1-2, and they're in. Really not good enough from us there. You know, really poor in the midfield area. Pavon was sitting, ready to make a run onto the wing numerous times. We played it inside, and then Kimmich goes and helps him out, and we've got two options against one on that right hand side wing, and we're still playing it around the defence. I don't understand it. I know I said I want to play possession football, but I said I want vertical possession. It's not good enough from players to be playing it like that. And then the pass in the end was so far away from my red shirt as well. It's in behind, and Pulisic is in again. He's got Tierney for company, but he's managed to get a ball in as Royce comes forward, heads it, and we've got a cat in the background again. Neuer saving Royce's header there. It's going to be hopefully stay at a 1-1 now, unless we can score. I don't think we will can. It's been a pretty poor performance again, and again the performance dropped after we brought Lewandowski on. I don't understand why such a quality striker has performed so badly for me. I know he's had an injury. I know he didn't get a full pre-season, but I would still expect better from a player of that quality in a team that creates chances as often as we do as well. 1-0 finishes this game. Dortmund have smashed and grabbed us. They were awful in the first half. They were okay in the second, but I still felt we were the better team, and we've gifted them a goal. That will end this episode though. We're going to come back in the next episode for the RB Leipzig game, where we'll take them on. We'll discuss what we're going to do for January, see what we can produce, and if you've enjoyed this episode, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.